Aloha. That is, the ha means the breath. Breathing. It's what is the difference between being calm and collected and being emotional or being able to be influenced by other people. You know, if you breathe, that's the difference, the differentiating factor between your ability to be coordinated or be confused, be angry or not. And even being overexcited can lead to danger. It can, you know, if you're not in a neutral, observant state, you can be at risk of manipulators targeting you and unsafe circumstances. As you may know, I, in the past, have been in experiences which I would blame for being submissive and having no self-worth, no, shall we say, strong sense of respect. You know, you get respect for yourself when you like your dreams. You know, you realize that, you know, I have a purpose, and that and you know, you realize that you want to change and update the human world, and you develop this strength of, you know, okay, it was a bad day, but you know, for example, I did a video today so it's a good day now. It's, you know, it's like simple things that you can do to affect your day, you know, simple gestures of kindness or more specific gestures of action. And again, I put myself in compromising situations where I disrespected myself, and I realized that I disrespected the other people who I would have previously said were perhaps predators, and I was a victim, quote unquote. But in reality, the victim also allows the person to be a predator, quote unquote, or quote unquote responsible party. Responsible. So, for example, if a feminist, quote unquote, was saying that the responsible party for prostitution is the men who pay for it, you know, an argument might be made equally that the men, or whatever gender, they are the ones who, the prostitutes are the ones who are at fault because they seduce the person with their body, as opposed to the person seducing the other person with perhaps their money and words. I really didn't respect my body in the past, and I attribute that to me labeling other people as authorities. And not that they're bad people, but that the concept of labeling somebody as a higher power, like, think about if you ever labeled somebody a boss or uncle or aunt or any term and just felt discomfort about it, you know, felt it was untrue. Well, maybe you were in your truth. Maybe your feelings, your senses were indicating to you a potential problem, and that was that you were labeling people with authority beyond yourself as top authority. And so let's end the cycle of back and forth, dominance, submission, hierarchies, ranking, and turn more and more democratic, respectful, egalitarian, equal opportunity world. Not to suggest that big government should step in, but the people should step in and self-educate and not look to the government or anyone to solve, or some type of a deity or higher whatever to solve the riddles of human complications, but rather take it upon ourselves to do so. And I'll make another observations on a subject of this idea of someone you're attracted to, physically attracted to, mentally. There are different elements, right? Different factors at hand, and I think it has to be more than just you like the person, quote unquote. You feel good around. You feel they're attractive. There has to be something more. It's what I have noticed is this concept of feeling good around a person. And by the way, that is the full moon. I think those are some stars too. Feeling good around a person so you feel comfortable, you can be yourself. That's powerful and it's subtle, and you have to be aware of that. Wi-Fi and daily busyness and all these stimulations and magical technologies and lights and sounds and the environment can affect the ability to really discern this is a good vibe, bad vibe, and the laws of the jungle always apply. You want to respect people's space, and I'll end with a few of my quotes. I recently come to this understanding of I want to enjoy what I do, what I give, and what that is to mean is that I want to enjoy my karma. It's a succinct and weighted phrase that can be spoken to oneself to really keep on track. I want to enjoy my karma. And the same goes for I want to earn what I have. I want something, I want to create it, make it happen. And the forces that be, if people are true to themselves, I talk about this dream mate idea, right? It's really caring about yourself and even having a self-identity wherein you can say to yourself, I want to create my reality, and do it with somebody that really wants to do it with me. That's true love. True love is commitment to mutual goals. They say that love is you just love someone. No, that's attachment. The love of a child, that's attachment. That's not being a responsible guardian and raising them to be independent so they can in turn choose whether they want to voluntarily and independently follow the same beliefs or lifestyle that you do. In turn, you could be friends with them or equals, or even, I use the term dream team. These are things to consider, and for more, visit easyworldpeace.com, easyworldpeace.com, and thenewrelationships.com, And again, aloha. Glad for you to consider some viewpoints here. And I'll also end with a bonus light work session. This is, something I do in combination with my wanting other people to have a dream mate, respecting them, wanting good for people, wearing a ring to indicate my, my commitment to myself, my valuing of the marriage concept, and just aiming towards a truth where the idea of a dream mate is someone you can really enjoy, where you don't have to worry about if you're hurt or sick, or you don't have to worry if your positions on important issues like would you abort an unhealthy child, controversial and yet issues that have to be considered. Would you raise a mentally ill child, or would you rather humanely kill them because then they could go to their next reincarnation instead of holding on to them like a pet? These are mature issues for consideration. And so, light work, right? Let's visualize somebody that you find attractive. Let's start off with that. Imagine them smiling. Don't worry about what it is about them, or you feel like, oh, you might want to talk to them. Should you? All that type of stuff. Just visualize them smiling. Visualize them clearly, and now visualize a bright beam of white light just streaming down. They grab it. It activates their aura. People observe this phenomenon, react in amazement. Just imagine that person just smiling, not of due to your doing or your causation, but just in their own world, happy. Alright? Now do the same following up with somebody, anyone you have a conflict with, whether it's at work, whether it's just maybe some random person on the internet or that you saw on the street, whatever. Think of this next person. This will be number 2, and then you can decide who else you want to. Remember, you can do this practice in lines, while you're waiting, when you're uncertain, when you're concerned, everything, right? Just do it. So visualizing here, we're visualizing next person smiling, and just imagine you're near them. Raise your hands, middle finger, pointer finger, like a laser beam of white light. You're beaming it like a wand. You're just beaming. Imagine you're like right near them. They don't focus on you, but just you. It's like you're a secret angel and you're protecting them with the shield of white light. That is the light that we are, that conscious, bright, respectful energy that is us. Okay, guys, we are consciousness. Alright? So, just see that person smiling, whoever they are, alright? And want good for them. Beam them brightly with light. And you can beam anywhere. You can beam people, objects, and just the moon has just disappeared beyond the wall there, so let's call it a night. But remember this useful technique and employ it. Aloha.